Yo, what's going on, my people? It's your big homie Crooks the Great, aka CTG, and I'm back at you guys with another banger of an Undisputed video. And man, oh man, do we have a special one for you guys today, because we are going to be doing a content creator versus content creator breakdown. And this is the very first video I've ever done like this on the channel, and it's for a good cause. For those of you guys that didn't know, there is a content creator tournament that's going on right now, and it has a lot of the bigger name content creators pitted against each other, kind of going 1v1, and they're all posting the videos up on their channel. So you guys know I support anything that's positive for the community. So yeah, I want to do a breakdown on a lot of these content creator versus content creator matchups. So here we are. Now, before we get started, I know those are going to be those of you guys that are asking in the comment section why I am not participating in this tournament. And it was simple. I never got invited. I never got invited to the content creator tournament. I didn't. Now, for those of you guys that are going to be wondering why I didn't get invited, it's because the guy that is running and hosting this tournament is JMMA. And if you guys know, me and JMMA used to be boys. We had a falling out. So hence why I wasn't invited into this tournament. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to show support. You know what I'm saying? Show support to the guys that are in the tournament, that are doing their things. Not only, you know, to show off their skills in the game, but also, you know, to get them tapped in with my community as well. Because there's a lot of really good players in this tournament. Like, for instance, Kenzo, really good player. iGame You Watch, really good player. I'm Cold Blooded, really good player. Dark Side, good player. Like, there's, you know, King Juice, really good player. Like, there's a lot of guys in this tournament that are really good at the game. So, you know, I want to show support, and by breaking these videos down, I'm gonna try to get to as many as I can. But yeah, so the fight that we're gonna be breaking down is iGame You Watch versus Kenzo. This is a fight that happened yesterday. And it was a really good fight, man. It was a really good boxing match, so I had to break this one down. Unfortunately, you guys aren't going to be able to hear the audio because not only was iGame You Watch doing commentary, but he also had Kenzo in there as well. So I don't want you guys to be hearing, you know, three voices in one video. It kind of, you know, we could kind of talk over each other and stuff like that. So you guys aren't going to hear the audio, but we're going to break down the fight as we go along. And I'll have some music playing for you guys too, so that way, you know, we ain't just sitting here talking in silence, all right? But all right, let's get to it. So, iGame You Watch is Rocky Marciano, and Kenzo is Usyk, and they're fighting in cruiserweight. So now, straight off the rip, you could tell this fight is going to be a lot different than what you guys are used to seeing, because they're just standing in the pocket with each other. It looks like Kenzo's doing a really good job of working that jab of Usyk and trying to utilize the movement. But this is a really dangerous game to play with Rocky Marciano, because Rocky, he's really good statistically. It's very good. You generally want to try to keep distance against him. That's about the best way that you can go, especially if you're Usyk, is try to utilize the quick footwork of Usyk in the game by being evasive and countering him. Nice jab. You see a lot of counter strikes. Neither one of these guys is running. Nice combo right there. Man, Kenzo, that combo was fucking clean, brother. That was clean. And then the jab. Oh, but right back by iGame You Watch and ending that combo with the body shots, man. I like it. It's gonna zap that stamina of Usyk down. Nice jab, nice major lunge right there. Nice uppercut, nice lead hook. Now you guys see this movement that they're having. They're not moving too much. They're only moving when they absolutely have to, and they're more of being willing to exchange inside the pocket. Very sim style of fighting in a way. So it was a good first round. I'd have to give it to Kenzo. I was actually really impressed with his movement with Usyk. Very solid. But I was also impressed with iGameU Watch being able to come back from catching a lot of these counter shots from Kenzo and answering back and establishing a rhythm like right there. That 3-punch combination is just working beautifully, man. Nice feint into the straight to the body. Nice lead hook. I really like how both guys are going. They're not just head hunting or body hunting. They're going high-low to create that mix-up. It's a very savvy move to do in Undisputed. Because the more you can keep your opponents on the toes, the better of a chance you're going to have to catch them off guard with something. Nice little minor step right there. Nice rear hook. Nice lead hook that just went right over Usyk's head. Or yeah, right over Usyk's head. Nice counter jab into double hooks to the body. Now, with the pace that this fight is going at, it's more of a Rocky Marciano type of fight. Usyk, I wouldn't say you would want to exchange too much in the pocket with Rocky Marciano because he does have a powerhouse and he does have granite chin. So it's very tough to stun him and hurt him. But it looks like Kenzo's actually is more content with just standing inside the pocket. I don't know how long he's going to be able to do that, especially with iGameU Watch launching off these body strikes. But Kenzo's doing a good job of trying to negate it by going down to the body himself. You see him not using a lot of power strikes at all. He's just using the basic punches as the second round ends right there. And I feel like that might pay dividends as we go later on into the fight. But, you know, either way, you know, catching shots to the body, especially from somebody like Rocky Marciano, it's going to zap that stamina over time. So hopefully, you know, he's going to be able to keep that stamina as the fight goes along. Because if he doesn't, and iGameU watches his and is able to, you know, kind of pick it up in the later rounds of the fight, I feel like it's going to be a lot of trouble. Sorry, my son just ran in here. It looks like both guys are really just content with standing inside the pocket. I'd like to see a little bit more diagonal dodges from Usyk, because I feel like he could be evading a lot of these straight strikes by just slipping to the outside and then countering. But I don't know exactly what Kenzo's seeing or what he's feeling that has caused him to really not use that defensive tool. Because he's landing a lot of counter shots. And iGameU Watch is throwing a lot of jabs and straights to the body. And I see Kenzo using a lot of the major pivots, but not enough of the little diagonal dodges that I feel like would benefit him a lot. And it would zap less stamina too. Nice combo right there, but nice counter shot by iGameU Watch into a power uppercut to the body. Beautiful work. Ooh, straight lead hook. Very tricky but effective combination. And now you see him going to work. And this is what I was saying. As the fight goes along, if iGameU Watch is able to start landing and starts hitting that body, it's going to be a really big problem for Kenzo. Because if he gets his stamina depleted, then it's going to be very tough to get away from Rocky Marciano. He has heavy hands in the game as well. So you guys see right here, iGameU Watch is up 2-1. But it's a very close fight. It's not like either one of these guys is really dominating each other. They're kind of going back and forth inside the pocket. Very fun and exciting way to play the game. Not gonna lie to you. And I feel like this is what a lot of the people in the community want to see as you catch him right there with a beautifully timed rear hook to the body. Nice counter shot. And these are honestly the type of fights that you really want to see in these creator tournaments, man. This is something that attracts a lot of viewers to the game because people are playing semi-sim like, you know, you see both of these guys aren't launching rear uppercuts or lead uppercuts to the body. They're not spamming power shots. They're not just moving and slipping everywhere, trying to create all this weird ass desync. They're actually boxing. And it's a beautiful thing to see, man. It really is. Not saying that movement is a problem, because movement, if you can hit and not get hit, that's the name of the game. But it's right there. Nice, beautiful jab. Ooh, see right there? Caught him good with a nice lead hook. Both guys just standing inside the pocket. Nice straight to the body. Nice straight on the counter shot right there by iGame. Watch. He is up 2 rounds, but look, there's that little diagonal dodge that I was telling you guys about. Ooh, nice counter shot right there. Another one. Ooh, they're kind of going back and forth with these counter shots. But the key difference that I'm seeing with the counter shots in this fight right here is you see iGame Watch's counters are going down to the body with the straight, where a lot of Kenzo's counters are coming up top with the jab. And if it keeps going that way, iGame Watch is going to be able to drain Usyk's stamina down more because it's impacting the body as opposed to the head. So like I said, that granite chin that Rocky Marciano is going to have is going to save him really from a lot of these counter shots starting to take effect. But it looks like iGame Watch is also picking up on the rhythm of the fight. He's starting to get a little bit more comfortable because you see these jabs to the body and straights to the body are starting to do more and more counter damage. Nice jab right there to the head. Ooh, nice another counter jab to the head. Look, I'm telling you, both of these guys, man, being inside the pocket, they're just trading counter shots. There's no back steps. You know, normally you see people backstepping. They'll lunge their way out of the pocket, but neither one of these guys is doing that. They're just content with being inside the pocket and eating counter shots. Right there, nice straight. Now, as you guys can see, iGame Watches his stamina it's starting to become a little bit of a worry because we're in the 5th round and it's starting to deplete pretty heavy. But you know, there's only 3 rounds left, so if he just needs to keep an eye on it because Kenzo is working it, but he's not overworking the body, so it's not like it's too big of a deal right now, but he just needs to be aware of it. Nice straight up to the head by iGame Watch right there. Another one. Ooh, into a crispy, clean combination. Solid work. Solid work. Ooh, the lead hook hurts him. And this is what I was talking about. It favors Usyk as the round ends right there, man. It's tough. This kind of fight favors Rocky Marciano. It really does. Because he can stand and bang with the power that he possesses in the game. And Usyk really, although he is really very good in the game if you know how to use him, the one thing he is not known for is his power. His power isn't the best. He's known for his really good clean footwork. He's very fast. He can cut angles. Not necessarily for the power. Right here we're in round 6. You see iGame Watch is still trying to work that body, going up to the top with the lead hook. Trying to catch him with the counter shots. Missed on the rear hook right there, did Kenzo. But I gotta give him credit. He's not backing up and running away, which he could be doing based off of him getting stunned in that last round. There's a lot of people that would do that, but he's still continuing to stand in that pocket. Nice major pivot right there. both guys just kind of hitting the block. Nice straight to the body by both men right there. You see both of them are just taking their time. They're not rushing, throwing a crap ton of combinations. They're not jabbing and backstepping out. Nice counter right there by a game you watch. And this is what I was talking about. Now you guys see Kenzo is starting to slow down. Usyk is now in that flat-footed mechanic. And that's not where you want to be at against Rocky Marciano, man. It really, really isn't. Especially against somebody like iGame You Watch, who is a very, very good boxer in Undisputed. See right there, he tried to launch off the first power uppercut I've seen all fight by either one of these guys. Right there, he landed it beautifully. Seen the sweat fly off. That's the end of that 6th round, man. This is a pick'em fight. It's close. It's close. As you guys can see there, 57-57. Very, very close fight. Very good fight. The only thing that I feel like is going to flip this around is going to be Usyk being gassed. But it looks like he's recovered from that flat-footed animation that he was in the last round. But Kenzo's really got to be careful, because if iGame You Watch throws something meaningful like that right there, or anything meaningful to the body, he's going to go right back into that mechanic. It's going to spell all sorts of trouble. So you guys see, nice counter jab back by iGame You Watch to the body. Zapping that stamina down. And we've been seeing all fight long, iGame You Watch been trying to work that body health down. Zapping at that stamina. And you guys see Usyk is right back in that flat-footed animation. Just taking his time. Nice lead hook. Both guys are really just... I mean, iGame You Watch doesn't have the best cardio either right now. So you see both guys are really just slowing down in terms of their output. Nice power hook right there by Rocky, though. We'll try to land another one. Nice counter right there. But you guys see, Kenzo's he's not being able to do as much as he wants because of that low stamina. And that's a byproduct of him just standing inside the pocket with Rocky Marciano. And that's why I was saying, like, although it's entertaining, it's probably not the best recourse, especially when you're using somebody like Usyk. Ooh, right there, that power hook hurts him. And he always gets rocked at the end of the round, bro. The last couple of rounds, he's gotten rocked at the very, very end of it. But I mean, either way, very, very good fight, man. iGame You Watch is doing a good job. Kenzo is doing a good job of fighting back. I would have to give that round to Rocky just because he got the stun right there at the end. And plus, you know, Rocky started landing really, really good at about the middle half of the round. But now both guys are in that flat-footed animation and aren't going to be moving too heavy. So iGame try to go right back to that power hook that he got that stun with at the end of the last round. Nice body rip, gets that counter shot. Now you see both men are they're being a little bit more willing to fight at a distance now because they're both gassed. They're still trying to stand inside the pocket as much as possible, but this is always a tricky situation to be in. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. It's always tricky because you don't want to lose, but at the same time, you also don't want to be running either. It's tough. It's tough. Right there, you see Rocky's still trying to work that body. Nice lead hook that went right over Usyk's head. Nice power uppercut right there. Stopped Kenzo dead in his tracks. You guys see, not a lot of volume because they are so tired. And neither one of these guys wants to get caught with a clean power shot while their stamina is low, because that's how you get flash KO'd. Or you get flash knockdown. You get a flash knockdown or you get a stun. Right there, nice jab. Both guys going to the body with the body straights. You see both guys are really just gassed the hell out, man. They're both just trying to land to get some points because the fight is so close. Whew. I mean, they're swinging to the end right there. Very, very good fight. We're going to see here in a second who they're going to give it to. And they give it to iGameYouWatch in a split decision win, man. And I honestly, I didn't know who the hell was going to win. I'm not going to lie to you. It was such a close fight. Let's take a look at the scorecards right here. So you got 77 to 75, 76 to 77, and 77 to 75. So you guys see all three judges. This is rare. This is really, really rare that all three judges had it scored the same going into that 7th round. Going into that 7th round, all three judges had it scored exactly the same. It was tied 57 to 57. And iGameYouWatch was able to win the 7th round, I think, off of that stun that he was able to get. And then he was able to win the 8th round as well. Because, you know, like I said, standing inside the pocket with Rocky Marciano is not something you really want to be doing with Usyk. Because Usyk doesn't really have that kind of power to really be really effective on the inside with somebody like a Rocky Marciano. But that fight was really, really good, man. It was very entertaining. Shout out to both guys. I mean, if you love back and forth fights in Undisputed, that's one for you. It really, really is. That one was very, very entertaining. There was no running. There was no cheap stuff. I think he shows... Give me 1 second. I think he shows... Yeah, he does. Look at... On Usyk's part, there was no power punches. None. Now, of course, obviously on Rocky's side, iGameYouWatch was throwing power. And they're not knocking somebody that throws a lot of power. But it's crazy to see boxers and content creators not throwing any power punches. But very, very good fight, man. Shout out to both guys. Like I said, very entertaining fight. If you guys aren't subbed up to both of these guys, please make sure you guys go and do so. I'm going to leave iGameYouWatch's his link to his channel in the description of the video. I'm going to try to get Kenzo's, and if I can find it, I'm going to post it in the description of this video as well. So I'll be trying to do that. So make sure you guys go and sub up to both of those guys. Because, you know, we're all about positivity. We're all about supporting people in the community. So make sure you guys go and show some love to both of these guys. But that's it from me, my people. Make sure if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. It'd be much appreciated. So that way this video does get tossed into the YouTube algorithm and more people get to enjoy the great content that I have for you guys here on the channel. But until next time, my people, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.